people. My name is Nanama. Welcome to my vlog. Let's talk about it. And thank you so much to Ocean Springs Mineral Water for helping us produce this show. You're so kind. Thank you. And today it's going to be more of a story time. Okay, I want to share with you a real life story and get your views and your experiences, because I know that it's something that a lot of you can relate to. Okay, so it's about our health system in this country, and so here it goes. Some weeks ago, my sweet grandmother, was not feeling too well when I was leaving home to work, and so I thought, okay, let's me drop her. The driver should drop me and then drop her off at the hospital with a family friend, okay, so that the lady can take care of her at the hospital, because she wasn't too well. And on our way, this old lady just collapses. She went off, and I was terrified. I didn't know what to do, because I do not know much about first aid, and I was just out of words and actions. And so quickly we had to just be pull, and this thing of when people need space, I know that sometimes people abuse sirens and horns, but sometimes it's really, really important. The drivers, I don't know why, they could have just moved, but they were just like, oh, we need to stop this as a country, because note that we do not have a lot of ambulances, and I hear somewhere up north, people even use motorbikes to transport people to the hospital and stuff like that. So let's give way when people are having emergency cases, and then okay, so fast forward, we get to the hospital. I am shaking, I don't know what to do. We went straight to the emergency unit. I ran, the car could barely stop for me to come out. I ran to the clinic. It's a municipal hospital for some reasons. Let me withhold the name of the hospital. So I rushed inside, and I was like, I have an emergency. And there was this nurse walking lackadaisically, okay, calm down, where is the emergency? There's someone in the car, she just collapsed, you need to come and attend to her. And you should see how she was even looking at me and talking and walking. So I turned and I realized that the driver I went with had carried the old lady, brought her inside, and then they were just standing on, looking on. And so the driver, they pointed a plastic chair where he placed her on it. And then I was like, can you please give her some first aid? And then the nurses, we need her folder. She said we need her folder to check her medical history before we can give her first aid. And I was like, I thought that first aid is the first help that you give to somebody, And she said, no, you need a folder. So I was like, okay, where do I go get the folder? And she gives me a card where she wrote emergency on it. And then I asked the lady I was with and the driver that they should make sure that she gets the first aid and all that. So I rushed to pick up the folder. And I got there were 3 people behind one machine, okay? And the guy in the middle, the guy was in the middle, and 2 other ladies. I think he was now teaching them on the job, how to go about things. And when I got there, the first thing I told them was, I have an emergency. I gave them the card that was given to me, with the card which they had written emergency on it. I gave it to them, and the lady took it and she watched it, and then she placed it down. And then the guy was like, so as I was saying, you go. I said, I have an emergency. And then they look at me then they look down again, doing their thing. So I didn't want to overreact, because I know myself, if I try to react, I'll go overboard. So I was trying to keep calm. So fast forward, they now take her card, the hospital card and health insurance, and then they go and search for the folder. They bring it to me. I rushed back to the clinic, the emergency unit, and then I gave them the folder. And when I got there, they had put a drip, drip. That's how I know they call it. That's not how I know Hey, that's how I know they call it. Forgive me, guys. And so I hadn't seen somebody taking 2 drips at a time. So she was on the plastic chair, one here, one there, and then the nurse was really pumping, like she was pressing it, squeezing it, so that I don't know, maybe the water will enter her quickly or so. Because I rushed in, I did not look around, but when I was a bit calm and I turned, and then I saw people lying on benches, some on the floor. These people were receiving even oxygen, like it's serious. So I then asked the nurse, will she be on the plastic chair as she do this? Then she said, yes, we don't have beds. I said, okay. And I also realized, there's just a door separating the emergency unit from the children's block. And the kind of cases that were coming to the emergency, even as an adult, I couldn't stand the sight of it, and the smell in the hospital. And I was thinking, hey, these kids, their organs have not really developed well. Somebody can even live with an infection, And there was another block that was uncompleted, very huge project. The foundation had been laid, but nothing. And so I asked them why, they have such a huge space, and then they're like, oh, the government said they will do it, the money came, and the hospital management, anyway. But this is worrying. This is really worrying. It's something that has been on my heart and my mind. I don't like being political. I don't like talking about political issues. But I think that our leaders have to sit up. Some of the doctors are doing so well. Increase their salaries. Charlie, they say I spoke to a few of them. They say that the work they do, they do not get the worth they are worth. Their salaries should be something that has to be reconsidered. I mean, their working conditions. One doctor is to about so many people. They do not have the equipment. They do not have the necessary tools and all that. It's quite worrying. Sometimes I feel that in Ghana, our priorities as a nation is misplaced, and we tend to focus on other aspects. That's not to say that other institutions are not important, but a healthy country or a healthy people contributes to a healthy economy. And so I know that a lot of us have experiences. I'd like you to share with me what your experiences are. I do not want to bore you with my long story. If you want to know how my grandma is doing, she's very well, thank you. Thank you. Let me know your experiences. Share this video. The health ministry, you ought to sit up. We are pleading with you. The lives of people, right to my grandma, 3 people died. Just like that. Back, back, back. And it will shock you that 2 of them, though they died in the afternoon, they spent the night with those in the emergency ward, because they said that they had to do some preparations at the morgue and there was no ambulance and there was this. It's really, 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 really disturbing. So, as an individual, it's not something I've really thought about I don't sit down to think about health industry. Until you are there, you wouldn't know what the condition is. Now, Ghana is pleading. My name is Nanauma, and I am pleading that we all come together to take good care of Ghana. Okay, so story time. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope that you found value in this, and thank you for watching. Before I go, I want to say a very special thank you to Ocean Springs Mineral Water, to Albert, thank you so much, to Kish, you're amazing, and to all of you who support us. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I'll see you in my next vlog. Bye.